The Minnesota Vikings will travel to the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday, October 23rd. Teddy Bridgewater went down with a non-contact injury, then Adrian Peterson suffered a meniscus injury, and the Vikings had every chance to throw in the towel. But heading into Week 7, the Minnesota Vikings are the league's only unbeaten team as they visit the Philadelphia Eagles. They're laying a growing price on the road coming out of a bye week as the number has gone from -1.5 to -2.5 with some early one-sided action. Mike Zimmer has put together a brilliant game plan week after week to push the team out to 5-0 both straight up and against the spread. They've won each of their last 3 games by double digits, including one as a road underdog against the Carolina Panthers. It's been an incredible run for Minnesota, and it doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. The Philadelphia Eagles started 3-0 both straight up and against the spread for Doug Peterson, but they've dropped 2 straight games coming out of a bye week in Week 4. How long can the Vikings sustain what they've been doing with an anemic offense? Sam Bradford has completed 70.4% of his passes, but he's not throwing the ball down the field. He has 6 touchdowns against 0 interceptions, and the Vikings have turned the ball over just once this season. Minnesota has only run for 2.5 yards per carry, as Jerick McKinnon and Matt Asiata have shared rushing attempts in Adrian Peterson's absence. Stefon Diggs has been electrifying in the passing game, but he has also been hobbled by injury. The Vikings have allowed a completion percentage of just 55.5%, and they have only allowed 7 offensive touchdowns through 5 games. Opposing quarterbacks have a 4-7 touchdown interception ratio and have taken 19 sacks. It hasn't gone much better on the ground as the Vikings have stuffed the run to the tune of 3.7 yards per carry. Amazingly, with such a physical defense, the Vikings have committed the 3rd fewest penalties on that side of the ball. They have forced a turnover on 19.3% of opposing drives and have allowed points on just 21.1% of opposing drives. Minnesota's 12 takeaways rank tied for 2nd in the NFL. Mike Zimmer's defensive background with the Cincinnati Bengals was viewed as a big asset when he took the gig with the Vikings, but this effort has gone above and beyond. Carson Wentz, the North Dakota State quarterback, seems to have fallen victim to the bye week blues, as the Philadelphia Eagles offense has looked nothing like it did in the first 3 games of the season. Wentz has completed 65% of his passes with a 7-1 touchdown interception ratio, but he's also taken 12 sacks. He's only completed 11 of his 22 tosses last week against the Redskins. It seems that the lack of a running game and the absence of balance have really hurt. Ryan Matthews has less than 4 yards per carry on his 53 tries, and Darren Sproles has been far more effective as a pass catcher. The Eagles are also the 4th most penalized team on offense. Defensively, Jim Schwartz is doing a fantastic job with this unit. The Eagles defense, which was a much maligned group during the Chip Kelly reign of terror, has really stepped up. They're still having some issues against the run, with 4.8 yards per carry allowed, but they have held opposing quarterbacks to a 59.5% completion percentage, and they have 14 sacks. Philadelphia is one of the least penalized defenses with just 30 infractions so far, and they have kept the offense from scoring over 81% of the time. Short of the key number of 3, grab the value while it's hot on the Minnesota Vikings. The Eagles have a bunch of problems right now. They can't give Carson Wentz enough time to throw, and he can't read coverages quickly enough. When things were simple for Wentz, it was easier, but some new additions over the bye week and some adjustments from opposing teams have really hurt. Mike Zimmer is coming off a bye with a coaching edge in this game, and the Vikings have the most ferocious defense in the NFL. Going up against a rookie quarterback with extra time to prepare, there seems to be only one way to go in this game, and that's to take the Vikings at -2.5 points. Both of these teams have excelled at the field position battle, so that's another reason why we have a very low total in this game. For our pick and prediction on this game and every other game this week, and a wealth of free stats and information, check out bangthebook.com.